Scanning for audio.
Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast, covering a rather nice release from Big Finish. Yes, I know you're used to me saying wonderful, gushing, beautiful, flowing things about Big Finish, and this really isn't going to be any different from that. You see, Big Finish have given us something that we've needed for a long time. The Sixth Doctor, The Last Adventure. Now, The Last Adventure is a 4-disc, well, 5-disc if you count the extras, box set. It's a thing of beauty. 40 quid for the CDs, download 20 quid. It's a special web price that's probably still running now. Now, I'm not going to give away spoilers. I'm not that kind of podcast. You know that. What I will say is this is as good as you hope it will be. This is as respectful as you need it to be. Because let's face it, if you're a Colin Baker Sixth Doctor fan, you're a big fan mainly because of Big Finish. Alright, some of us will try and bluff our way and see how great it was when it was on TV. And you know what it was? I could defend Time Lash for hours. Trust me, I really could. But this is the gap between Trial of a Time Lord and Time and the Rani. Except it's not. It's the gap between all of those brilliant seasons of Big Finish and Time and the Rani. Colin wasn't given a decent send-off. McCoy in a blonde wig is not the way to exit. This is the way to go. It truly is. So what do you get? You get 4 stories. Now, you can kind of guess who's going to be the overriding villain. There are a few giveaways. One of them is there's a picture of him on the front of the box. Yes, it's the Valeyard. These Valeyardy questions have meant to be dealt with for a long time. He jests at Scars, has him Trial of a Valeyard, also dealt with the Valeyard. Michael Jason is superb. He has the greatest voice in showbiz. But his story arc kind of needs to end with old Sixie. So, this whole story, all 4 parts, all 4 individual tales, are basically told in chronological Valeyard order. Yes, there's a bit of timey-wimey action going on here and there, but this is 2 Time Lords at each other's throats, so what do you expect? It all neatly slots together and provides us with a perfect payoff that we know is coming because we've seen it on TV, and yet it's so well done that for a few seconds here and there you start thinking, he's going to make it out of this. He's going to be okay. You know he's not. You know in your heart of hearts because you've seen it. Like a flashback in Babylon 5, you know it's coming, but you still are taken by the story. Your suspension of disbelief is running at 100% because you are willing old Sixie to survive. So what do you get in your box? Story 1, The End of the Line. This is the first of the 4 stories. Calling it The End of the Line is fairly impressive. It's spooky, it's railways. I mean, even the description on the Big Finish website simply says, the Doctor and his latest companion Constance investigate a commuter train that has lost its way. There is an argument that's been made by many Doctor Who writers which underplays this, and it's almost impossible to write a bad episode 1. I'm not 100% in agreement with this. Basically, what you have to do is lay on layer upon layer of mystery, and eventually you have a denouement which sorts it out. Where television Doctor Who fails is that it sorts it out in a hand-wavy kind of way. It doesn't explain it enough for people of a certain age, i.e. me and probably you, to completely go with. Big Finish never fall into that trap, or seldom do, because they sell us something great, and then the writers are clever enough and respect us enough to give us enough explanation for it to work and to fit. So, setting a story on a railway is, sapphire and steely. Hell, it's such a, well, I don't even want to use the word meme, because let's face it, we are a meme-free area. But it is a repeated concept idea, almost a cliche, so much so that it was included in one of the Big Finish write-your-own script competitions that I entered several years ago. I will learn one day, I really will. So spooky railway stations, and of course an old villain and repeated characters and people trapped. It's got a midnight feel, and there's a reason it feels like midnight, but it also feels terribly English and terribly of its time. But most important in this story, just like the introduction of Mel to us, we're getting to meet Colin's new companion. The Sixth Doctor has someone new called Constance, and she's from Bletchley. Yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to find out a lot more about her in the next coming months because that's who she's with. But of course, I've always liked Colin's companions. And of course, we're not experiencing everything in the right order because we know that she comes, we don't really know where she fits. We just know that Mel comes last. But after the wrong Doctors, we don't know which Mel and when or where. The Sixth Doctor's timeline is convoluted at best. So we've got a great new companion in a lovely background. Story 2, of course, gives us a lot more, familiar feel, because it's old Sixie and Charlie. Yes, it's Charlotte Pollard, she's back, and this time she's not talking about food for money. I've always loved Charlie. Her and old Sixie are brilliant together. I've never quite managed to get it right in my head how they don't recognise each other when he's the Eighth Doctor, but I know that it's all covered elsewhere. The mystery of Miss Pollard needs to be dealt with more elegantly. But as she's got her own mini-series and she's now developed into a fully fledged, central character, that's something we all have to deal with. But this is classic Charlie. And I've missed her and the Doctor together. She really works well with old Sixie. Now this story has, it's a world populated by werewolves. And again, if I say any more than that, it gives away slightly more of the plot than it should. But always with an arc, it's building and it's building. And in the next part, we've got Matt Fitton's stage fright. The theatrical Valeyard is now at the fore in the storyline. He's not some shadowy figure. But this, I'm sorry, but the limelight here has got to belong to Jago and Lightfoot. It's Sixie, it's Jago, it's Lightfoot, it's Lisa Bowerman not playing Benny. And best of all, perhaps my all-time favourite Sixth Doctor companion, it's Flip. The commonest of all of the companions of late. The most working class of all of the companions. And she works so well. She's the most contemporary of the companions for us, looking back, in the way that Perry was contemporaneous for the 80s. She works and she's just great. This is a brilliant story, and if this was part of a Jago and Lightfoot storyline, I wouldn't have an issue whatsoever. Which brings us all the way up to the last part. Nicholas Briggs, the brink of death. Nick Briggs wouldn't have given away the chance to write Colin's last story for a truckload of cash. Let's face it, Nick can write. He's very good at beginnings, he's very good at endings, and he's quite good at middles. But he's got ideas about how to sum this story up and sew it all together, and he does it perfectly. There are characters appearing here who you want to have their own spin-off series. They're so good. Yes, I adore the way that this storyline finishes because it fits in with everything you've seen on TV, and yet it doesn't cheapen anything. It makes it all richer, smoother, just better. I'm describing coffee, for God's sake. This is just brilliant. Seriously, it's one of the best box sets ever to come out of Big Finish. It deserves to be put into a DVD package and shoved on your shelf between Trial and the Run. It's just great. So absolutely congratulations to everyone involved in this. I just can't fault it. So until next time, I'll leave you with the trailer. You can make up your own mind. But don't let this one slip through your fingers. If ever you had time for the Sixth Doctor, this is something to own. And on Saturday, there'll be TV Doctor Who. Trust me, this is better. So until next time, be seeing you.
Imagine, if you will, your friend lies dying. His injuries are mortal. There is no rescue, no salvation, no hope, only death.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who. The Sixth Doctor. The Last Adventure.
Constance Clark, how do you do?
Name?
Charlotte Pollard.
Miss Philippa Jackson.
After you, Miss Bush.
The Doctor saves the day again.
My name is Yardvale. Mr. Timothy Yardvale.
Please open the door.
It's a trick. He's lying. How do you know?
No. What? No. No! Werewolves?
Werewolves, surely.
Well, have it your way. The point is, werewolves on wheels.
Werewolves in uniform? Werewolves in hoods?
Someone is sending a message. A very personal message. To me.
He's saving us. Come on, keep going.
Who's saving us? Where are we going?
Come in, please. Oh, he's just taken a lump out of one of... Ah! Doctor, for goodness sake, just...
Mel! How did that go?
Doctor?
You've only got 3 minutes left now.
3 minutes? 3 minutes to save my life. But the Valiard is a distillation of all my negative impulses. The simple fact is that I'm a Time Lord who's out of time.
Big Finish. We love stories.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast, available on RSS, iTunes, Stitcher, Audio Boom and Tumblr. Doctor Who and its associated works are copyright of the BBC. No infringement is intended. You can contact the show, donate, buy merchandise or find out more about my other projects by visiting the Tin Dog Podcast homepage and clicking on the links. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.